Good morning, watching Sky News weather. I'll tell you what, it's been an interesting start to winter so far across the country. We haven't had a lot of rainfall. We've had very cold overnight temperatures through South Australia, New South Wales, Victoria, parts of Queensland, Tasmania. In the west, though, it's been unseasonably warm. Now, there's a great shot of the Swan River earlier this week. Now, Perth, so far this month, has had an average maximum temperature of 23.6 degrees. The long-term average is 18.5. So those averages have been about 5 degrees above average. It's been the warmest start to winter on record for maximum temperatures. However, cloud cover and cooler temperatures started to move in through Thursday. A couple of shots there of the Perth region showing some pretty heavy showers, even a couple of storms. That was due to this band of cloud, which is now moving into the Bight. There's another band of cloud approaching, though, associated with the front, and that's going to maintain the showers and storms in Perth today. Also some cloud along the New South Wales coast, and a band of cloud across northern Tasmania is moving south across the state. Fairly widespread showers, actually, for Tasmania today. Starting in the west, though, you can see scattered showers on the radar overnight due to a westerly airstream. They're not particularly heavy or widespread. However, they are pushing a long way inland. Even around Kalgoorlie, we've had some light rain overnight. We're expecting an increase, though, in southwest WA through today. Zooming in on Perth, most of the rain was yesterday, so around the middle of the day. Not a lot overnight. You can see just fast-moving showers brushing over the city. Starting to increase slightly. A couple of heavy showers just off the coast, so we'll keep an eye on the radar over the next few hours. Since 9 a.m. yesterday, Perth's had 13.6 millimetres of rain. Albany, 7.6. Southern Cross, 7 millimetres. They love getting rain this time of year through that area, the Great Southern, the Wheat Belt. They won't be complaining about that. Geraldton, 5 millimetres since 9 a.m. yesterday. As that front moves through, widespread showers extending all the way up to Karratha. And so it's all western, central and southern parts of the state. Easing this afternoon, though. You'll notice that rain just disappears off the map as we go into Friday evening, although we do get some rain in the southeast corner of Western Australia tonight. The latest temperatures, well, Adelaide finally has had a frost-free morning, 10.6 right now. Melbourne's pretty cold, though, 4 degrees. It's 0 for some of the outer suburbs, bit of fog around as well. Canberra, 4.3, patchy fog along the New South Wales ranges this morning. Sydney's quite balmy for this time of year, 13 degrees, and that's because of cloud cover. And we've got some showers. Here's the radar. Now, the showers, not particularly widespread. There's a shower around Wollongong right now. Around the eastern suburbs of Sydney, we've got showers. There's showers around the Hawkesbury and up around Gosford. Now, Gosford's had 4 millimetres of rain over the past few hours. That's been the wettest location. Forecast for today then, showers for the central coastal ranges of New South Wales. There's not much for northern New South Wales. Southeast Queensland's basically dry, but there will be some showers around the central and the tropical Queensland coast. So not a huge amount of rain for Eastern Australia today, but that will change this weekend. We've got our WA front heading towards the southeast states tomorrow, and a separate weather system will start bringing rain to parts of Queensland and New South Wales. All those details coming up shortly in the rain report.
Time now to take a look at the forecast across some of our major capital centres. We'll start off firstly in the southeast of Queensland. It was a beautiful sunrise, a perfect start to Friday around the Gold Coast in Queensland. Now, in terms of the forecast for the remainder of the day over the southeast of Queensland, we are expecting to see a partly cloudy day for your Friday. Maximum temperatures will be above average for this time of year, climbing to 25 degrees for Brisbane and Ipswich. There is a slight chance that we could see some showers around exposed parts of the coast, so areas such as the Sunshine Coast and the Gold Coast could see a shower or two. Heading into Saturday, that's when we have an increased chance of showers right across the southeast of Queensland, and then as we head into Sunday, areas of rain likely to develop. Now, for New South Wales, this is what conditions were looking like around Clovelly in New South Wales to start off your Friday. A beautiful sunrise, a bit of cloud cover about though. We have been seeing some showers impacting central parts of the New South Wales coastline, and that's likely to continue throughout your Friday. Showers on the forecast across central and northern parts of the New South Wales coastline. Slight chance of a shower or two as well in Wollongong, heading for a top of 18 degrees. Now on Saturday, we can expect to see dry and partly cloudy conditions. Some early morning fog patches are likely around the western suburbs of Sydney for Penrith. Heading across to our nation's capital in Canberra now, and after a foggy start to your Friday, you're heading for a top of 14 degrees, 15 in Albury. On Saturday, there is a chance of some showers, most likely later in the day and then continuing into Sunday morning. Over to Victoria now, where we did see some areas of morning frost and fog across the state. It is going to be a dry day, partly cloudy conditions on the forecast as we head into the weekend on Saturday. Got an increased chance of some showers. It is going to be mostly dry to start off, and then showers developing late in the afternoon and continuing overnight. So we're not expecting to see those showers reaching Melbourne until the evening, continuing then into Sunday. Heading across to Tasmania now, where we are expecting to see a top of 12 degrees for Launceston, 13 the forecast in Hobart. Showers are expected across northern parts of Tasmania today, so most likely around Launceston, and then developing across southern areas throughout the afternoon and the evening. Heading into Saturday, and we'll see a return to dry weather, maximum temperatures also climbing slightly. Over to South Australia now, where we can expect to see dry and partly cloudy conditions for your Friday, but as we head into Saturday, we've got a very high chance of showers developing throughout Saturday morning. Adelaide could pick up as much as 10 millimetres in the gauge. It's also going to become quite windy across South Australia, and then those showers are set to continue into Sunday as well. Over in the west, maximum temperatures are significantly cooler compared to what we have been seeing throughout the west coast in the last couple of days. 19 the forecast top in Perth today, heading for 18 degrees on Saturday. Showers and thunderstorms forecast throughout parts of the southwest today. Showers set to continue as we head into the weekend. Heading across to our northern tropical areas, remaining dry and sunny in Darwin. There is, however, the chance of showers continuing to impact the northeast tropical coast of Queensland.
It's been a dry and warm start to the month across Western Australia, but finally on Thursday, fairly widespread rain developed in that area. Had some localised heavy falls in excess of 50 millimetres down around that lower southwest coast around the Bustleton area. There's a photo just to the west of Bustleton, Dunsborough. That area's picked up roughly 25 millimetres of rain over the past week, and we've got further widespread showers in that area for Friday. For Eastern Australia, also we've had some rain over the past week, mostly around the New South Wales coastline. For example, Port Macquarie, 117 millimetres over the past week, Taree, 81 millimetres, and had some good falls around the North Tropical Queensland coast. Innisfail, 102 millimetres of rain over the past week. That's up to 9 o'clock on Thursday morning. For the interior, though, and for southern Australia, it has been a dry week, but that's about to change. We've got a cold front which is moving through the southwest corner of WA. Another front will join it. They'll merge together, and those fronts will then produce widespread showers along the southern coastline of Australia this weekend, starting in South Australia on Saturday. In the meantime, moisture in a northeasterly moving from the Coral Sea across the eastern inland, leading to showers and storms with some heavy falls likely around the central inland of Queensland. Now, all that moisture runs into that front moving in from the west, producing a solid band of rain on Sunday over southern Queensland and northern New South Wales. This will be a very handy system for farmers in these areas because it has been dry since February across that part of the country. High pressure moving in behind that cold front, clearing out much of the showers from the southern inland by the time we get to Sunday, although some showers continuing along that southern coastline. The forecast rain into the early part of next week, that solid rain band gradually moves off the coast during Monday. On Tuesday, that high moves further towards the east. However, westerly winds with embedded cold fronts continue to bring some showers to the far southeast into the middle of next week. And this band of rain, that's another front heading towards the southwest coast of WA, potentially some moisture streaming in from the northern Indian Ocean. Uncertain at this stage how much rain that system during the middle of next week will bring to Western Australia. Forecast totals 1 to 10 millimetres widespread for Western Australia on Friday, and also some showers up and down the east coast, both Queensland and New South Wales. On Saturday, 1 to 10 millimetres developing along the southern coastline, and good falls for central and eastern Queensland along with New South Wales, an average of 1 to 10 millimetres. Heavier falls with storms through the central inland of Queensland, potentially during a 48-hour period. Could see over 50 millimetres in some parts there. Now, Sunday's the wettest day, at least 15 millimetres for southeast Queensland and northeast New South Wales, although over 25 millimetres is possible in some areas, and another 1 to 5 millimetres along the southern coastline. Drops back to below 5 millimetres by Monday for eastern Australia, and by Tuesday that area mostly dries out apart from the coastal fringe. Still some showers though across the far southeast. Over the next 8 days, well, it will be wetter than the past 7 days for many parts of Australia. Looking at southern Australia, over 25 millimetres is likely from Perth down towards the southwest coast. For the wheat belt, at least 5 millimetres, more like 10 for the western wheat belt. An average of 1 to 10 for much of southern Australia. Up to around 25 though near the Victorian and South Australian border, and over 25 millimetres this darker shading northeast New South Wales and southeast and central Queensland over the next week.
It'll be a soaking end to the weekend if you're in southeast Queensland. We have a rain event unfolding through inland parts of New South Wales and Queensland, and it's all starting off with this cold front here. As this system tracks towards the east, it will link up with some tropical moisture and we'll see a surge in rainfall, particularly in the southeast corner of Queensland and northeast New South Wales. Judging by the forecast rain behind me, we could see at least 25 millimetres falling from southeast Queensland into northeast New South Wales. So your capital city forecast for the weekend: showers in Brisbane and the Gold Coast. The risk of showers in Canberra. Showers are developing in the afternoon and then into the evening across parts of Victoria and Tasmania. And then the rain will be coming on Sunday, so you'll need the umbrella, particularly in Brisbane. Also on the Gold Coast, we have showers developing in Sydney and Canberra. It's looking like a showery end to the weekend in the southeast. Not too chilly though.
Across Australia at the moment, much of the country is seeing clear skies and not too much rainfall around, although it is going to pick up on the weekend in the east. But why has it been so dry? Well, the southern annular mode has moved strongly positive, and that has led to a dominance of high pressure across Australia, leading to the clear skies, light winds, and that is likely to remain in play through the coming fortnight as well, controlling our climate for the next couple more weeks. So you can see this is the outlook for the Bureau of Meteorology, beginning from the coming Monday and through the following fortnight. Drier than usual for much of Australia, looking fairly likely. However, after that, the forecast that we've been talking about for months and months and months, better than usual rainfall, is likely to kick into gear. So from July onwards through winter and probably into spring as well, we're likely to be seeing extra rainfall for many regions in Australia, but not all. Western parts of Tasmania particularly looking to be drier than normal, and may even be drier than the Bureau's forecast is indicating there. And across the southwest of WA, I would be thinking much of that region is likely to see near average rainfall, with some pockets potentially seeing below average rain as well. But across the season, you can see as we move further into spring, extra rain likely to focus across the southeast and inland parts of Australia in particular. But next week, beginning Monday, we'll have plenty to say about the snow, rain and temperature forecast for the coming months and seasons, because as we move into winter, climate models become a fair bit better, and most of them are just finishing their forecast at the moment. So by Monday, we'll have lots to say.
Coming up on Sky News Weather, our Chief Meteorologist Tom Saunders outlines the significant weather to watch over the coming days, with a wet weekend forecast in the south and the east. Plus, we'll have the 7-day forecast for each capital city. And after a frosty and foggy morning in some regions, we'll go state by state to take a look at the forecast for the rest of Friday.
This is Sky News Weather.
After another cold, frosty and foggy morning over southern and some southeastern parts of the country, we are expecting to see generally dry conditions through much of the southeast. The focus of the wet weather today really across the southwest of the country, then pushing in to parts of South Australia. We're also likely to see some showers impacting the east coast of the country. We'll start off our forecast firstly in Queensland, where we are likely to see some showers along the east coast and also parts of the adjacent inland areas. Showers will be most likely though up around coastal parts throughout the northeast of the state. Maximum temperatures statewide will be above average for this time of year. In New South Wales, we saw some areas of morning fog and frost. It was a beautiful sunrise this morning around Perisher. Now, some areas did see some early morning fog patches, areas such as Orange and Wagga Wagga recording visibility down to around 100 metres this morning. It is going to be a dry day generally across those inland regions. Coastal showers though are forecast across northern and central parts of the New South Wales coast and the adjacent ranges. Maximum temperatures will be above average for this time of year. In Victoria, after a frosty and a foggy morning in parts of the state, it is going to be a dry and partly cloudy day, heading for a top of 11 degrees in Ballarat, 12 the forecast in Bendigo. For Tasmania, we'll see a few showers more frequent though around northern southern parts of the state throughout the day, and then across northern and eastern areas during the late afternoon and into the evening. In South Australia, we are expecting to see generally dry conditions, although showers and thunderstorms are likely to develop throughout the far west later on in the afternoon and the evening. So Ceduna likely to see some of that shower and thunderstorm activity later this afternoon. In the west, we have been seeing a cold front impacting the southwest of Western Australia, and another cold front is approaching, and that's going to bring further showers southwest of a line from Karratha to Warburton, so right through much of the state across western, central and southern areas. And there is the chance of thunderstorms over the southwest land division. Small hail also a possibility around southern coastal districts between Margaret River and Bremer Bay. For the Northern Territory, it is looking to be another dry and sunny day across the territory. Darwin heading for a top of 32, climbing to 25 in Alice Springs.
It has been a frosty start to winter across southern Australia, but thankfully this weekend that frost will be replaced by some rainfall. I'll get to that forecast very shortly. There's a photo of Mount Barker just to the east of Adelaide. They've had 4 consecutive severe frosts. That photo was taken on Thursday morning. Now, because of the cold overnight temperatures, Adelaide's minimums so far this month have averaged just 5.1. Now, that is 3 below the long-term average of 8.2. Parafield, a northern suburb of Adelaide, averaging just 2.4, nearly 5 degrees below the long-term average. And we have broken some records this week in South Australia, including Parafield. During the middle of the week, they had their coldest temperature on record for any month. Thankfully, warmer nights ahead. A cold front is approaching, and with that we'll have a northerly airstream, which is a warmer airstream, an increase in the wind speed and also some cloud cover, which will help to keep those minimums higher than what we've seen, although still dropping below 5, this darker blue on Saturday morning through eastern Victoria and around the New South Wales Alps. Here is the frost forecast then for Saturday morning. Now, during the middle of this week, we've had widespread frost across the whole of the southeast. The frost should be restricted to just eastern Victoria and around the New South Wales Snowy Mountains. Also, the last few mornings we've woken up to widespread fog across southeast Australia. Fog on Saturday morning, though, will just be patchy through mostly the eastern parts of New South Wales. The reason these overnight temperatures will be warming up is because of wind and also cloud, and this weather system is already impacting Western Australia with widespread showers on Friday. By Saturday, those showers just mostly contract to the coastal areas, with light showers to continue in those areas through the weekend. Another stronger front hitting, though, Western Australia around the middle of next week. That's going to boost the 8-day totals over 25 millimetres around Perth, to the north of Perth, up towards parts of the central west and down towards the southwest coast of WA. For the wheat belt, well, probably at least 10 millimetres for the western parts of that region. This cold front will then hit South Australia on Saturday, producing widespread showers through the morning and the afternoon. And through the afternoon, those showers will spread to western and central Victoria. Saturday night, Sunday morning, moving to southern New South Wales and Tasmania. Now, behind the front, later Sunday and into early next week, we'll have westerly winds and showers continuing over the far southeast, with a couple of fronts moving through as well late Sunday and another one around Tuesday, mostly impacting Tasmania, producing over 50 millimetres of rain over the next week along the west coast of Tasmania, perhaps up to about 25 millimetres near the SA and Victorian border, and also around the Alps, anywhere exposed to a westerly airstream. That's where we'll see the heaviest falls over the southeast. But the heaviest rain this weekend will fall further north. We have a northeasterly off the Coral Sea. Moisture is therefore pouring down across Queensland, and as a result, we'll have showers and storms on Saturday, increasing through the eastern inland on Sunday as that front arrives, interacting with that moisture and leading to solid rain through southeast Queensland and northeast New South Wales. So how much will fall? This is the accumulating rainfall. Only light falls on Friday, 1 or 2 millimetres indicated by the yellow. On Saturday, we start to get some heavier falls. By the time you've got the blue, you're looking at around 20 millimetres of rain. This very darkest blue through the central inland and perhaps near the Queensland-New South Wales border shows potentially up to around 50 millimetres falling over the next week.
Starting off our capital city forecast, firstly in Brisbane, where this is what conditions have been looking like to kick off Friday. What a spectacular sunrise across the Brisbane region. Now, it is looking to be a partly cloudy day today, so we will see a bit of cloud cover developing. Then as we head into the weekend, we've got a high chance of showers throughout Saturday, and then as we head into Sunday, showers likely to tend to rain on Sunday, where Brisbane, you could pick up as much as 35 millimetres in the gauge range on Sunday, and then conditions really easing back to start off the week on Monday. Maximum temperatures generally around or above average for this time of year, particularly throughout today and as we head into Saturday, but much cooler as we see that rain coming in on Sunday. Now for New South Wales, in Sydney, we've got the chance of showers today, most likely near coastal areas, so generally staying dry in Penrith, climbing to a top of 19 degrees, 19 as well in Sydney, above average for this time of year in terms of those maximum temperatures right across New South Wales. It is going to be a partly cloudy day on Saturday for you in Sydney, and then the high chance of showers and also the risk of a thunderstorm on Sunday morning, returning to sunny skies Monday and Tuesday. For the nation's capital in Canberra, we are expecting to see a dry day today, climbing to a top of 14 degrees. Heading into the weekend, there is the chance of a late shower or two developing on Saturday and then continuing into Sunday morning, clearing up by Sunday afternoon, returning to dry weather Monday through until Thursday. Over to you in Melbourne now. A beautiful sunrise to start off your Friday. Gorgeous colours in the sky there. It is going to be a dry day today. We are likely to see a little bit of cloud cover about, climbing to a top of 15 degrees. Over the weekend, we'll see a dry day on Saturday, but then showers are likely to develop overnight on Saturday, continuing into Sunday. Fairly light falls are expected though, a light shower or two possible once again on Monday, but returning to dry weather by Tuesday through to Thursday. In Hobart, there is the slight chance of a light shower or two throughout this afternoon, then the chance of showers making a return overnight Sunday into Monday morning. So looking to be a mostly dry day on Saturday, dry weather as well impacting you in Hobart Tuesday and Wednesday. Across to South Australia now, and for you in Adelaide, it is going to be a dry day, heading for a top of 19 degrees. Over the weekend though, that's when we are expecting to see the wet weather moving in, with showers developing on Saturday morning. Adelaide, you could pick up to around 10 millimetres of rain in the gauge. It is also going to become quite windy. There is a high chance of a shower or two continuing Sunday into Monday as well. For Western Australia, we are expecting to see showers and potentially the risk of a thunderstorm today in Perth, a top of 19 degrees. Significantly cooler conditions compared to what you have been seeing in the last couple of days, where those maximum temperatures were well above the average. Lighter falls are expected over the weekend, but showers then set to increase once again Wednesday and Thursday, with some localised heavy falls. Dry and sunny conditions right across the board for the rest of the week in Darwin.
Swells are increasing on the southwest coast of Western Australia. We're going to have large swells there through the weekend. However, on the east coast, small surf continues. There's Bondi, sunset on Thursday. Tiny waves are only averaging around 1 foot, and those small waves will continue through the weekend. And because the winds are also onshore, it's quite choppy and bumpy, so not even good for the beginners. There's the onshore winds. They're easterlies for Queensland and New South Wales. Strong winds, the red arrows south of WA, even gale force winds leading to large swells. That increase already starting on the southwest coast of Western Australia on Friday, up to 4 metres. That green shading showing swells over 5 metres for Saturday and Sunday around the southern coastline, even averaging up to 6 metres. By Sunday also, swells increasing for the South Australian, west coast of Victoria and the Tasmanian coast. Southeasterly winds along the Queensland coast averaging 20 to 25 knots for the northern tropical coast, with seas and swells 1.5 metres or below. 20-knot southeasterly winds for the central part of the Queensland coast. They're becoming more easterly through the day, so it's not great conditions because it does mean the surf will be quite choppy. Southeasterly winds southeast Queensland. Offshore swells are quite large, 2 to 2.5 metres, but because the winds are onshore, it's not the best surf. Onshore winds for New South Wales, small swells, just 1.5 metres for most of the coast, only 1 metre off the south coast. Clean surf though for southeast Australia. The winds are tending towards the north. For the surf coast of Victoria, we'll have waves averaging around 2 to 3 feet on Friday, but dropping initially on Saturday before an increase late Sunday. Winds up to 30 knots for parts of Tasmania today, and the swells off the west coast will average 3 metres off the south coast of South Australia. Great conditions, offshore winds today. The exposed areas will have large waves, good for experienced riders. Stormy though through southwest WA due to a front. Squalls up to 45 knots, that's well beyond gale force. Seas and swells 3 to even 4 metres today, so quite choppy, even hazardous conditions for southwest WA. For the north coast of WA, the winds will become quite light by the time we get to the Pilbara and the Kimberley, only 10 knots with tiny seas and swells. And for Darwin, well, that's slightly rare, a northwesterly at 10 knots developing. Typically the winds are from the east at this time of year. Seas and swells 1 metre or below on Friday.
Coming up on Sky News Weather after the break, we'll have an update on the latest weather conditions across the country as we track the radars and take a look at the forecast. Plus, it's shaping up to be a wet couple of days ahead. We'll show you where the rain is likely over the next 8 days and how much is expected to fall. And we'll have the 2-day forecast for the major capital centres in each state.